Welcome back to New Mexico Entertainment Television, where you continue to be in the know with all things events and entertainment in New Mexico. I'm Teresa Robinson, and first I would like to start by thanking Vault Studios for creating that amazing virtual set. We hope to be back there soon. But this month, we are covering topics from our February issue, which is our love issue. On this month's episode, we have producer and host of Shut Up and Talk, LB Johnson. DJ AudioBuddha talks about his new event, Replenish. Frisky Business tells us more about the New Mexico Burlesque Festival. Dust City Opera talks about sadness, madness, and mayhem. James Blaszko with the Apotheculture Club discussed their Valentine's Day event. And Hillary Zinks of ZinksTown gets ready for Galentine's Day. Also, our entertainment history and our music minute featuring Los 33. So, let's get started. LB Johnson's journey led him from a love of singing and acting to becoming a dynamic radio host and television personality in New Mexico. His passion for entertainment and community shines through his work. Tonight, we talk about his career and his dedication to giving back. LB, thank you so much for joining us on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
I am so excited to have you here. You were dipping and diving in a lot of stuff in this town. You even hosted our award show last year.
Which I had a ball, okay? Yeah. And a lot has come from that, so thank you. I got a lot of phone calls. I've been very busy because of y'all, so thank you.
Yes. Well, you did an amazing job. So I actually want to start with what brought you to New Mexico and really what's your drive while you're here?
Wow. So what brought me here was we used to promote concerts. Well, we still promote concerts. So we literally just came out here promoting concerts. My brother was an artist at the time, like a rapper. So we would go do concerts and at different cities, different states. And what we would do is we get 5,000 CDs in the car. And from California all the way to wherever we were going, we're selling CDs out the trunk.
Wow.
That's the old school Bay Area. You know, that's how you used to have to put them out the car. Now it's a little different. They got streaming, but that's what started it. And then once I got out here, man, honestly, I fell in love with the city. I fell in love with the people. It was something different, you know, and within 6 months of coming out here doing that, my mother passed away. So then California, as much as I love the Bay, I had to get up out of there. Yeah. So it was just a natural transition to just make the move here.
So what has been the thing that's been your driving force? What's excited you? What brings you passion when it comes to the events and entertainment that you do here in New Mexico?
Honestly, my kids first, because I do everything for them. Yep. At the end of the day, I'm building a future for them. And because of that, it's people, man. I love people. We got to do better for people, you know. My mama always taught me, man, don't work, don't eat. So I'm like, okay, it's one thing to talk about it, you know, especially with social media. Everybody can do a good post and feel like they did their deed for the day. But for me, it's like I like to get out there and actually help folks. So that's what drives me outside of the radio and hosting and the concerts is literally giving back to the people, you know, working with the homeless and working with single mothers, because my mother was a single mother. So, you know, and I seen people that helped us coming up. So I'm just trying to, you know, pay it forward.
Well, even looking at the food drives that you've done, I mean, you have given back to the community in tenfold, more than many have done. I mean, how does that feel?
For me, it's like I said, it's all about giving back. I'm building a future for my kids. At the end of the day, New Mexico's where I live. I want to help others. If I have it, I ain't balling. I ain't no billionaire, you know, nothing like that.
Yeah.
But if I got a couple extra dollars, or I can make a post and get other folks to give some money to help others, let's do it, man. From the food drives to, you know, helping out families in Christmas, whatever we can do.
Absolutely. So what do you have coming up that we need to know about and be at?
My biggest thing is right now, so my day job, I work for State of the Heart Recovery, right? Our biggest thing is we literally get homeless people off the streets, we put them in a detox, help them get better, and then we put them into housing. So my thing is just literally continue to give back, man. Go to any of my pages, ask how you can be involved with helping this city, man. I think some people are talking about, you know, the election and everything going on with that. I ain't got time to worry about that. I got time, what are we doing for our city? And that's what I want to focus on. That's my focus. How can we make Albuquerque, New Mexico better? That's what my focus is.
Absolutely. So where can people contact you? Where can they find you to learn more?
Facebook.com/ShutUpAndTalkOfficial. Of course, you can hit me on Instagram, LB Johnson Official. Man, look, if you see me on the street, just honk. I'll turn around. What's up? Look, let's get it.
LB, thank you for coming out tonight and talking with us.
Definitely.
And thank you for what you do for this community.
Thank you. You already know, man. I rock with you different, man. I appreciate you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks. We'll be back. AudioBuddha stands out as a DJ and selector by bringing attention to music that is often overlooked in the dance community. Tonight, we talk about his career and his new event, Replenish.
again, thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. Well, I want to know more about you and what you offer. So let's start with what your style is and what you offer the community when it comes to terms of music.
Excellent. Well, as I said, I go by the name of AudioBuddha. I am a DJ and musician and producer. I'm mostly focusing on DJing right now. And what I offer is an alternative to the typical DJ thing that you see basically all over, which is mostly house techno, which is not disparaging them at all. I was raised on house and techno, and it was house and techno DJs that helped me get my start. But my love goes back to my punk rock days and post-punk days of like post-punk, goth, electro, synth pop. And that's what I do with my sets. But I also kind of do it with a twist, because the techniques that I learned with the techno and house, I incorporate with the post-punk and electro synth pop. So that's what I offer, is an alternative dance night.
So the music that you're offering, is it part of this new event that you're doing called Replenish? Is it?
Yes. Replenish is going to be Santa Fe's premiere night of alternative dance. It's going to mostly be synth pop, electro, techno, post-punk, what we call dark wave. It's going to be dance with a twist, dance with a difference. It's going to be besides your usual house and hip hop, which you see on very many other nights. And especially up here in Santa Fe, it's something that I think is very much needed, because Albuquerque, there's events galore of what I'm doing. And what I'm trying to do is kind of bringing this into Santa Fe a bit more.
So what is it about this music that you feel resonates with the people that listen to it?
I think it's the mood. It's escapism, but with a certain melancholy to it, especially in this day and age where we live in so much fear and trepidation. To have a musical style that sees the beauty in that, I think is very necessary, because in some ways that can be very cathartic, and all that, to see that there is still beauty in pathos and still beauty in the darkness, because we need that now. We need that more than ever, more than just mere escapism.
So when and where can we take part in Replenish and anywhere else that you will be setting up shop?
Replenish, it's at Cakes Cafe. It's in Galisteo Street and in Santa Fe, New Mexico. It's always the first Thursday of every month. Once this event starts getting more and more popular, I'm seriously thinking about bringing in other artists.
Where can people learn more about you, your music, your inspiration? Where can they learn more?
I am on Instagram, Steve Buddha Beats. I'm also on Facebook under Steve Buddha Beats. And I am also on Mixcloud. You want to hear my DJ mixes? It's mixcloud.com/AudioBuddha.
Well, Steve, AudioBuddha, thank you so much for finally sitting down and talking with me. I'm really excited to hear about Replenish. I hope it does great in Santa Fe. I think you're absolutely right. If one town needs it, Santa Fe truly needs it.
Thank you so much.
The New Mexico Burlesque Festival has quickly become a must-attend show, drawing performers and audiences from all over. Tonight, we have co-producer Frisky Business to tell us more about this anticipated event. Frisky, thank you for joining us tonight to talk about the New Mexico Burlesque Festival.
Thanks for having me.
You think? Oh, of course. So for me, I know that burlesque is a big thing here in Albuquerque. There are so many annual events that have happened, so many monthly events. Yes. What was the importance of having the New Mexico Burlesque Festival?
Yeah, so the importance of festivals really helps to elevate burlesque, I think. So it's not, just a show. It really brings together the best of the best and a wide variety of performers from across the continent, across the globe. There's also a really strong emphasis on education. So a lot of our cast members will teach workshops while they're here. And so it really gives a networking and education opportunity for our local performers that wouldn't happen otherwise. So it really helps to just elevate the whole experience. For some people, the Burlesque Festival is really the only burlesque event they really go to each year, but they kind of make it a part of it's a ritual, it's an annual thing every year. Kitten Irreverent kind of started the Southwest Burlesque Showcase several years ago. And when she left the area, she kind of gifted the weekend to my co-producer, Joy Coy. And so NMBF started in 2019, and here we are.
And so I'm guessing with the education, when it comes to that mission, it's not only the performance factor, but you're educating a lot of people on the history of burlesque.
Exactly. So it's performance, it's hosting. We do classes about like the production so that more people can make high quality burlesque shows. We bring together a lot of different styles of burlesque and different types of performers and instructors.
So for you, when did you feel like, wow, we really have something here? When was the moment that you were just like, this is really a success for us?
So this is our 5th year doing the festival, and this is my 3rd year being involved with it. And last year, just due to the overwhelming support we'd had previously, we added a 3rd showcase.
Wow.
And that performed very well. It was very well supported and attended by the community. So we were like, okay, it's really going. So this year, our 3rd showcase is on Sunday. But we were able to continue that 3rd showcase as well.
That's wonderful. Yeah. So what can we expect with this year's show?
Yeah, definitely. So our headliners are out of Canada, Montreal. It's a roller skating burlesque duo called Cosmic Joy. It's amazing.
Roller skating.
Yes.
Wow.
International award-winning performers. It's amazing. So we've got them on tap from Canada to headline our Friday and Saturday shows. We have our kind of local favorite Tito. Bonito is our returning host for those shows as well. And then each of the showcases, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, completely separate lineup of performers. Different vibe. So we're really kind of bringing the best of classic and silly and sensual and all the best things about burlesque together. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Where can people learn more about the event?
Definitely. So we have our website, newmexicobf.com. Otherwise, we are on Instagram, Facebook. We just got a Blue Sky. We have a mailing list, so definitely check that out as well. So you can get all those updates, and then we try and get the teaser info out to the mailing list too, so that's always a good option.
Well, Frisky Business, which I love that name.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight and talking more about the event. We're looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hope I see everyone in there.
Sadness, Madness, and Mayhem combine the love of spooky carnival vibes and music, creating a transcendent spectacle showcasing various New Mexico artists celebrating music, circus culture, and mystical entertainment. We have Paul and Travis of Dust City Opera to tell us more. Gentlemen, thank you for being here this evening to talk about the show. And I'm excited. The first one did very well, and now this one is bigger, better, grander, darker. What are we looking forward to? Why?
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
We are talking about Sadness, Madness, and Mayhem. That's Dust City Opera's costume carnival event.
Yes.
And we're going to be there with Movement Caravan Circus. It's going to be on Saturday, March 1st, and it's going to be a raucous time.
Oh my goodness. And like I said, that first one did well. So what can we expect when it comes to performers that is happening with this one? What all can we expect happening?
We'll have circus performers. There'll be a fire show. We'll have a string quartet. We'll have the Dust City Opera rock band performing live for you.
Of course.
Food truck.
Full bar?
2 bars, I think.
2 full bars.
Because the one was very busy last time. So
You learned the lesson.
You can drink and watch the show. This is going to be
Bonnie Bigheart
great.
is going to be reading tarot.
Tarot readings.
Yeah.
My goodness. Why do you think this event resonates with people?
That's a really good question. I think so. So for our music, we like to buddy up to dark subjects, and we like to sort of open that box and peer in a little bit. And we're trying to capture some of that magic in the event. And there are plenty of weirdos like us who like that sort of thing. So
It's good carnival season event that I don't know that Albuquerque has.
Definitely
For,
during,
opportunity to go out and drink and wear costumes and
emote.
make merry. Yeah.
And if I understand correctly, the goal here is to really create an immersive vibe. Is there costumes that are provided so that people can take part?
Yes, there are limited options.
Yeah, I'd say bring your own, but if you show up without one, we'll try to find something to
You won't
can throw
kick them
on.
out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So before we find out where we can learn more, I do have to say, you guys just finished being a part of the new season of Bands of Enchantment.
Yes, ma'am.
So what was that experience like for you?
That was really great. The production crew was super professional. The whole thing was, it felt like being a part of Hollywood. It was amazing. And the final product was really good. We got to see our unplugged set that was done out at the Route 66 Visitor Center, and that was really, really great. And then the other performers who were on the season as well. So like Willa J, Seema Funk, Hooks and the Huckleberries, Uncle Lucius. There were a bunch of really great
Kevin
artists.
Herring.
Kevin Herring, yes.
So, yeah. And I got to take a look at that episode as well. And also congratulations on the album and the tour. I mean, you guys have been busy. So
Yes.
Congratulations on all of it. So before we head out, where can people learn more about Mayhem?
You can find out at ampconcerts.org or at dustcityopera.com.
All righty.
Or wherever social media.
Yeah, find us on
go.
social media.
That whole internet thing.
We're there.
Well, Travis, thank you for coming out tonight and telling us more about the show. We are looking very much forward to it.
Thank you so much.
Okay. We'll be back. The Apotheculture Club promotes a positive culture around an elevated high and the performing arts. James Blaszko, owner of the club, discovered the combination of cannabis and classical music is the perfect pairing for a night out. Tonight, he tells us more about his upcoming event. James, thank you so much for taking time out to talk with us today about your event. It sounds like a really exciting one. Tell us how it all began. Where did the idea come from?
Sure. Well, I'm an opera director, first and foremost. I direct shows all around the country. And I was directing a show in Detroit, Michigan, when I had the opportunity to present this idea to the company. And I told them that I felt that classical music and cannabis were sort of the perfect pairing because of
Mm.
how they both slow down your sense of time. And especially in this like fast-paced TikTok kind of world that we're living in, experiencing, you know, a full orchestra in person playing epic music that just moves at its own pace. It's kind of a special opportunity. And I have enthusiast of cannabis for quite a long time. I usually prefer it to alcohol myself. And so I wanted to create a space that would exhibit like positive cannabis consumption, but also bring like a fresh cultural experience to it. So we had our first dinner in 2023 at the Detroit Opera House, well, at a private location. And then we brought everybody to the Detroit Opera House. And it was a hit. We had a bunch of folks who had never been to the opera before having an amazing time. We got them amazing seats, and the food was unbelievable. It was catered to everyone's individual tolerance with Chef Sunflower out in Detroit. And so ever since then, we've been producing events all around the country that unite the performing arts with cannabis in these unique ways.
Well, I have to say you're absolutely right when it comes to cannabis in the ear. That's listening
Hmm.
to music while you're consuming is one of the greatest things to do. And funny enough, got to have that opportunity with Chef Nestor, who is handling the cooking for this event. So
Fantastic.
how did you two connect? And is this going to be a regular collaboration, or are you thinking of rotating chefs throughout the time the event will continue to grow?
So this is actually our second collaboration together in New Mexico.
Wow.
Last April, we worked with the Santa Fe Symphony for their Earth Day program. And so
Ah.
that was my first time working with Chef Nestor. And like with the other states where we've done this in Michigan and Missouri, I just started looking around to see who was already working in the cannabis space, both with the dispensaries and growers that are legacy companies, but chefs who I would consider legacy cannabis chefs.
Yeah.
And so that's just how we first started communicating. And through a friend of a friend, we found out we actually navigated a lot of similar circles. And so we just started to work together that way. And, it's been a beautiful collaboration so far. We'll see what happens as we grow the club and, do more and more events around the state. But right now, Chef and I have a great time together.
Wonderful. Well, tell us more. Is there other events that you are planning in the future? What do we have to look forward to?
Yeah, so we are planning a series of salons. And so for y'all who don't know, we are in private homes across the country, and we host these events where you are consuming cannabis either through an infused meal or an infused beverage
Oh,
that is
wow.
tailored to your individual tolerance. So you're not just being given a cookie and saying good luck. You're being asked how many milligrams of THC can you consume, and if you don't know that, we can help you with a very small dose. And so we have two different types of events right now. One is a salon where we go to a private home. There is infused food to your liking there, and we bring artists to perform once you're nice and elevated about an hour after the meal. And that's sort of for a larger crowd, a little bit more casual vibe. What we're doing next weekend in Albuquerque is our signature dinner and music experience, which is what I started in Detroit originally, which is a multi-course cannabis-infused fine dining experience with conversation and music, followed by private transportation to a live show.
Oh, wow.
And so we're bringing people to the New Mexico Philharmonic at Pope Joy Hall this time around to see a full symphonic program, all inspired by Valentine's Day and sort of romantic music. So
Ah.
this is our signature event. We won't be doing it too often just because of the grandeur of it all. We're probably going to stick to our salons more and more here in New Mexico. But this is like our signature event that is just my absolute favorite thing to put on. And so the other dates will be announced shortly on our Instagram, but this is our first in Albuquerque. And I really hope that we'll continue to do more in Albuquerque specifically.
Well, it sounds amazing. So let everybody know where they can find out more about this event.
Yeah, so we're called Apotheculture Club. It's spelled like apothecary, APOTHE, culture club. And you can find us on Instagram primarily. We're at Apotheculture Club on Instagram. You can see lots of videos from our previous events all across the country. And in that bio is an Eventbrite ticket link where you can purchase your seat at the table this upcoming weekend, February 15th, Valentine's Day weekend. In Albuquerque, and the location will be announced 24 hours prior to the event. That is what we always do to give our hosts some discretion as they open up their private homes to us.
Absolutely. Well, James, thank you again for joining us and sharing more about the event. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, my pleasure.
We'll be back. ZinksTown is a unique experience turning wishes into unforgettable moments. For owner Hillary Zinks, it's more than just a business. It's a home embraced by the community. Tonight, we learn about its beginnings and explore how together we can ensure its lasting legacy. Hillary, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I am really excited to talk about Zinks. I got to experience it on a Mother's Day, and it was just a magical experience. How did you come up with the idea for this shop?
So it was an accident.
As most things, okay.
So long story short, me and my mom moved into this live workspace, and it was a storefront. We didn't know what to do with it at all, and we had no money. So we were like, how do we get people in? And so we got a bunch of artists in, and it was first going to be like a gallery, gift shop, cute little place to be. And then I thought about Amazon and how they've taken like small businesses and destroyed so many, and now big box stores. And I was like, everyone's shopping on Amazon. Like my shop, nobody's gonna shop here unless I have an experience. And so then I thought of the little plant bar, and then I thought, this plant bar probably exists somewhere. So I was like, how can I make it special? How can I put my twist on it? And I thought it would just be so cool to like have a plant and watch a wish grow with it. So then I thought about planting your wish and then using magical crystals and flowers to help your wish grow.
I love that idea, and especially in the environment that we're in right now. I'm not even going to get deep into politics, but there is a sense of needing that whimsy as of right now. So when did you realize that this idea that really came from nothing was really a popular thing in town?
So what happened there was we first started our bar, by the way. It was only on a 6-foot table in the front of our shop. You've seen it now.
Yeah.
It's the whole shop. So it was just a 6-foot little table at the front, and nobody did it for like months after we opened. But we still put more pots, more plants, more magic, more, more things to do. And then one day I just made a little video on Instagram, and I paid like $30 in advertising. So it would just get to people in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then boom, it just like blew up. We were on a 3-hour wait at one time where me and my mom, we had to move out of the shop finally I felt like Texas Roadhouse with a 3-hour wait. So that's when I was like, dang, maybe I made something special. So what I really like about what we do is providing hope to the community and, a chance to be mindful and believe in yourself again. Because I feel like at some point in our lives, we go through so much, and like we're going through so much right now that we forget to believe in ourselves. So
I know that right now the shop is struggling, and that was one of the reasons we wanted to get you on here. So tell us what we can do to help during this time.
Thank you. I think just showing up, especially Thursday and Fridays when we're not busy, we host private parties. We can have private parties for small businesses, large businesses, retreats for anybody, or even, collaborating. I would love to collaborate with other businesses. And we have pop-ups sometimes, so businesses can be in our parking lot. Oh, wow. All sorts of ways. We're down for anything and everything.
Just open to the experience of working with other people and helping to build out the name.
Yeah, and then also I want to get really our mobile thing going a lot more. So like I want to go to weddings and kids' birthday parties where not everybody has to come to my shop, but welcome to you with all the goodies.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're open to it all.
So where can people learn more about the shop?
So I feel like best resource is Instagram. That's what I use the most because you can't just get an idea of what we do with a photo or with like an ad in a newspaper.
Yeah.
You have to watch our videos to understand the experience. So, or just come like you have.
Yep. And I have to tell you, that's how it works. That's how it works. Well, Hillary, thank you for stopping by tonight, and I will definitely be back. Like I said, it was an experience, and I think it's one that, as of right now, everybody should experience it. They're going to walk out of that shop feeling different than when they walked in.
Yeah, that's true. And I just love to hear from everybody. So I'm glad you came in too. I didn't know you had before.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
So thanks again.
Yes, of course. Thank you for having me.
Yes. We'll be back. This is your New Mexico Entertainment in 60. The Mozilla Plaza walking tour shares fascinating stories from a demanding priest to Billy the Kid's vanishing lawyer, making Mozilla's history essential to understanding New Mexico's past. The next walk takes place on February 12th in Mozilla. The Santa Fe Film Festival highlights international and independent films with screenings, panels, and filmmaker discussions set against a stunning backdrop of Santa Fe's scenic venues. The Santa Fe Film Festival takes place on February 22nd through the 23rd in Santa Fe. Fun Day Monday at the Farmington Museum doesn't disappoint, providing different activities everyone can take part in and enjoy. The next Fun Day Monday is February 24th at the Farmington Museum in Farmington. This has been your New Mexico Entertainment in 60. For more events and entertainment, visit nmentertains.com. Thank you for joining us for this month's episode of New Mexico Entertainment Television, where you continue to be in the know. Join us next month as we cover topics from our March issue, which is our food issue. And tonight we close out the show with a performance from our guest Dust City Opera on the newest season of Bands of Enchantment, which is currently streaming on Prime Video, PBS, Roku, and Tubi. To learn more, visit bandsofenchantment.com. Thanks again, and have a good night. For more events and entertainment, visit edmentertains.com.